a real honor to be here with all of you. My name is Christine Neumann-Ortiz. I'm the Executive Director of Voces de la Frontera. Voces de la Frontera is a statewide immigrant and worker rights organization, and we are proud to stand here with all of you and be shoulder to shoulder as in this future struggle as we move forward to fight against the war that the Trump regime is waging against our democratic rights and our freedoms. When I say hands off, you're going to say hands off Wisconsin courts. Hands off Wisconsin courts. When I say hands off, you're going to say judges. Hands off judges. When I say hands off, you're going to say due process rights. Hands off due process rights. Hands off immigrants. Hands off immigrants. That's right. We know this is not just about one judge. It's an intimidation tactic. It's a disgusting spectacle of authoritarianism that's directed to all judges in this country who are standing up for our due process rights. After the arrest of Judge Dugan, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared on cable shows and called judges who resisted Trump deranged. The Trump press secretary, Carolyn Leavitt, said that the Trump administration would not rule out arresting members of the U.S. Supreme Court. Why this threat against all judges? Because court rulings across this land have temporarily or permanently blocked many of Trump's executive actions that have violated our U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Supreme Court, including Trump's own appointees, have unanimously upheld immigrant rights to due process. The Trump regime's disregard for due process rights of immigrants and the threats and aggression against judges and elected officials that defend immigrants' constitutional rights is a starting point to a broader assault on the constitutional rights of U.S. citizens and others. The assault on our due process rights is happening in tandem with a broader assault on the economic front. The Trump regime is hell-bent on privatizing the public sector, including education and healthcare, to hand it over to for-profit corporations and cut our social programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security to pay for more tax breaks for billionaires. And they know there will be a growing resistance to their power grab. Trump has not minced words, saying that he plans on building prisons in El Salvador for the homegrown, while pardoning those who are involved in the attempted coup on January 6th. We are here today, this morning, because we know that we have to hold the line on defending the constitutional rights of immigrants and others, because if we do not hold that line, we will allow political violence and dictatorship to take root. The recent actions by ICE in the Milwaukee and Ozaki courts are denying immigrants and their families access to justice in the courts. ICE should not be in or around our courtrooms, not in Wisconsin, not in the U.S. The Trump regime is trying to hoodwink the American public, acting as if there is no difference between a judicial warrant or an ICE administrative warrant. Why? Because a judicial warrant honors constitutionally protected rights that guarantee due process, including evidence of probable cause signed by a judge. Mass raids do not make our community safer. And what are the consequences of losing due process? We have seen it. People being picked up off the street or in their home or on a campus by armed agents, taken to a foreign country, incarcerated in a prison notorious for human rights violations. That's not freedom. Hands off our freedom. off our freedom! Hands off our freedom! That's right. Gilmar Abregon Garcia and others mentioned today who were denied their rights to due process are still not free. They need to be released and reunited with their families. The arrest of Judge Dugan, the threats against our governor, and the rest of the mayor of Newark are in fact a desperate act. They are the acts of desperation. Because there is a checks and balancing that is happening right now with our judicial system. There is mass resistance to this power grab and assault on working class communities. We have witnessed it, the mass protests of 5051, right here, the May 1 and May 2 strike and mass protests in Wisconsin and nationally, and our state's April 1st elections, where voters said Wisconsin is not for sale. In these dark times here in Wisconsin and across the country, we see heroes standing up for our constitutional rights, for human rights, and for dignity. And today we are here to take a stand with solidarity with Judge Dugan, a hero, and recommit ourselves to a movement for political and economic justice for all. Sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede. Sí se puede, 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 sí se puede. So, because we are a diverse movement, let's translate that for those who don't know. Sí se puede means yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.